Welcome to Frostpunk 2. The game actually released last year, but has had recently a huge content update. And actually there's also the first DLC that's coming very soon, so I thought it was a great time to dive into the game. It's also a great time because it's currently 35% off on Steam, so don't hesitate to check in the video description below if you want to buy it for yourself. As I said, we just had a big free content update that is reworking the heat management system, adding a new map and much more. So we're gonna check a lot of this. But before we dive into it, let's recap what we're talking about. Frostpunk 2 is the successor of Frostpunk 1, which released in 2018 and to this day is one of the best city builder and in particular survival city builder of all time. It sits at 95% positive on Steam. That is crazy. And it really brought a lot of new things to the genre. But now, Frostpunk 2, is that the same? Is that better? Well, if you look at Steam, you're gonna see it's definitely not at 95%. It's actually lower. Why is that? Well, I think it is not because the game is bad. I think it's because the game is actually very different from Frostpunk 1. While, yes, you're still in, the cold apocalypse, you actually have quite a few things that are different. And so a lot of people, that love Frostpunk 1, they were expecting a similar sequel with, kind of the same game mechanics, and they got surprised, right? They got something a bit different. So we're gonna dive into it and I'm gonna show you indeed what is different. But again, I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's a pretty good game. It's just very different and so many people were not expecting this. It's also a game that has gotten better with many updates since launch. I think it was also launched a bit too early. It happened for many games recently and it's the same for this one, but they're continuing to improve it. So let's dive right in. We're gonna go with the story, right? So that you can really see what this game has to offer. So let's get started with the prologue and see if we can survive. And in 1887, the world froze to death. Civilization crumbled. The failing British Empire built generators to support cities of evacuees. And that was the first game, right? In Frostpunk 1, we were in New London that was basically surviving with one generator in the middle. Now let's see what happened.
Captain. Can you hear us? Captain!
Do you hear us?
A generation ago, we fled the crumbling British Empire as the world froze around us. I held New London together. United, we survived 30 years of whiteouts. But the world around us is dead. Empty.
Right for taking. The city falls.
Vestas.
Merely surviving is not enough. We have to expand. After all, it's us who survived the end of the world.
It's us who survived.
Yes. Now.
And here it is. If you know Frostpunk 1, some of what was mentioned, maybe raise some eyebrows, but yes, New London, that was the city in Frostpunk 1. Now we see some big differences. They're saying, the city had expanded. We can see also some oil on the ground versus before it was all about coal. So that's going to be a new source of energy and much more. So let's dive into the prologue of the Wanderers. So this is actually not in New London. These people are outside. They've been out in the frozen desert, and now there's a new whiteout, which is basically a cold front that's coming, right? And we need to survive. Yes, it's cold. There's something happening over here, and more importantly, our dreadnoughts basically broke, right? Broke in half. Not good. And so some of the wagons are also spread across. This is the prologue, right? They're going to teach you and teach us some of the basics, and obviously first and foremost we need to restart the furnace. This is the furnace of the dreadnought over here, right? And then we have some wagon, an oil wagon there, another one, there's some construction wagons. So that if I press Alt, I can actually see all of those resources. So, you know, this is fertile land, this is oil, this is some resources, right? The prefab, to be precise. This is other resources, the materials. So we're gonna want to go all over these, right? Because there's a very big mechanic in this game, which is around district. So the game is actually, or the map, sorry, is actually spread into tiles. You can see each of these are tiles where you can create districts. The game is also, as I was saying, you know, earlier, it's gonna be way bigger, very different than before. Because before, if you had like 10, 20, 30 people, you were happy, right? That was already a lot to get started. Now we get started with 1,000 people. So this is very different. Instead of building buildings, we're gonna build districts. But to be able to build districts, we need to first break the frost, break the ice, right? So we're gonna send a team of workers by clicking on this over here. Sorry, click on it. And then we can say, okay, where are we sending things, right? For example, here we can send to this oil wagon for sure. And then I'm thinking we're gonna try to get also here to this. Now, if I want, I could stop because this is, you know, gonna take already some time. So actually, maybe let's do this. No, wait. This is only taking 2 weeks regardless of how big I'm doing it. So we're gonna do it pretty big because now I can get this way already here. And maybe we will also expand there. Okay, so this is the max 8. It's gonna take me 24 scraps, but we have 200, so that's not bad. And it's gonna take me almost 300 workforce, but it's not like my workforce has anything else to do. So let's definitely do it. And I'm wondering maybe I even do another one right away on the other side to try to get to some of these other resources here. So for example, the food. And also, we're gonna be missing that one by 1 tile, but that's okay, we're getting there. So sending my workforce, using a lot of my resource. And by the way, I forgot, yeah, here it is. This is my workforce. So we're using now most of my workforce. So we're gonna need to wait because this is now building. And like another big difference that, you know, in Frostpunk 1, we were talking about minutes and hours, right? Every day you were trying to really manage your people. Now we're talking about weeks. We're already on week 3, day 5. How is that possible? I feel like I forgot to pause the game at the beginning, but okay, it's fine. So they're working, right? We can see them here, really working hard. You can zoom pretty closely if you want to, but they're building on both sides. You can press 3, of course, to accelerate. It is done. So week 4, it was done. So we have frost break to an oil wagon. Now we're gonna need to build our first district. Alright, so here it is, an extraction district. That will take us 150 people, 70 of these resources over here, which we don't have that much, and also 50 of the other resource, the scraps. But we don't really have a choice, we need that. So let's go for it. We're going to create a district, and similar, you know, to everything else, this takes a number of tiles. In this one, actually, it is 3 tiles, and you don't have a choice. You actually, oh wait, if I put it there, but I'm thinking I want to keep this one potentially for heat in the future. Maybe I will try to go here, okay, and then I will break more ice here. Okay, like this. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that should be fine. So we're breaking a bit more ice. That's using a lot of my people, right? They're working on all of those things, but I do still have people. I'm getting low on scrap, so we need to be careful. But in this game, yeah, there is no time like the present. So what I can do, no, not yet. So we need to keep 50 for this. And how much is the housing district? 60. That's bad. Okay, so let's actually wait a bit more before we do some other things. Let's build those two, because I'm gonna be soon low on scraps. Let's accelerate slightly the time while those two things get done. Alright, the good thing is we are producing some more scraps. So I may... oh, sorry, this is finished. So let's go. Let's build our next district, which is going to be on the construction wagon. This is where we get some resources. Alright, we're gonna get some resources. So let's go. 1, 2, 3 together. Perfect. And now we are pretty low on scraps. So we're gonna wait. Because, or maybe not, we don't have to wait. No, maybe we go right away. We're gonna want to create, you know, a building district, and I can see that right now only these ones are producing some heat. That's not great. Let's maybe just put the heat on and see it. And also I wanted to check if we have done some frost. Can I not go there? No. Seems I can't, but I definitely want to also do maybe not that much. Let's go here. Right, let's take this one out with right click. Yeah, let's go over here. Okay, I'm trying to break more ice near my dreadnoughts, because now that we have oil, right, we have the thick black liquid oozes through the pipes. Our people rejoice. So we're getting some oil, and therefore we can turn on the dreadnought furnace over here. So this, we are producing 30 of heat, but there is 30 that is not allocated. So the furnace is on. We have enough oil to cover current needs, but the coal will still affect our people until they have proper shelter. Right? So we need to make sure we give them shelter. For this, we're gonna need prefab, but that's okay. I've already done the prefab one. So this is what's happening over here. Build a housing district and place the housing district next to the furnace. So this is also what we've been trying to do. So let's go. We don't have enough workforce right now. Okay, because they are working here and there. So we're gonna give them a second. Over here there is some food, but that's very far. I think we're gonna go for the food there first, but let's make sure we finish those ones first. Now we do have basically people working there now, right? This is 150 people, and here we're gonna have people. So this is also why my available workforce has decreased. We have 300 working in the districts and 296 working over here right now. So that's creating some problem. Okay, so now we should have more. So let's go and build my housing district. Here it is. Now we have more blue tiles, so that's great. Now we're gonna try to get, they say place the housing district next to the furnace to increase its temperature level. Now I don't know if they're telling us we need to get all the way to 4 out of 4. The problem is if I do this, is I think the other district won't get enough heat. So I think we're gonna place it more like this. This is my first, then the second district there, and the third one here in the future. Try to get them all with some heat. So it is. We are again back to pretty low amount of workforce and scrapped. So we're gonna wait a bit. But now, at least with this, we're gonna start getting some prefab, right? So this is great. Again, access to food. So we have secured heat and shelter for the time being. We will need more when the other arrive, but for now we must turn our attention to the incoming whiteout, which means we're gonna need to stockpile food. So we have already done the Frostpunk to arrive here. We do have more food here, more food there. But what I'm thinking is I also want to get, you know, that guy here. So let's get this one. And then if possible also, should I go over here or should I go here? Or maybe I just stop it there because it's not the end of the world. So we should build a food district now. We are low on everything. So we need to wait a bit before we can do that. Let's go. Oh, what's happening over here? A mysterious symbol, the captain's legacy. One of our frost-breaking crew uncovered the frozen remain of a man in a tattered uniform. His shoulder patch reached New London Scouts, 3rd Platoon. So this is a reference to Frostpunk 1, right? Where you are in London 1 and you could New London and you could send scouts into the world. It bears an obscure insignia. Some of our elders claim it belongs to a military organization, while others argue it has a religious significance. So basically, maybe some of the elders remember they came from New London, I think, and then left. So let's say it symbolizes order, because I'm not all into faith. Okay, so we're starting a bit some of the story choices. Now, by the way, we have built our first, district for, housing. And like I mentioned before, this is not just one building, right? It's a whole district. And with this, we see that my shelter here now is in positive. Why? Because, we have a demand of 13. For 1,000 people, this is a demand of 13. And we are producing 20 thanks to this. So my people basically are happy. I'm still not sure why there is 30 of unallocated. Let me check. There is one that is chilly. So which one is chilly? Heat and fuel. Who's not happy, basically? Not sure who's not happy. Because heat, I see there's heat over here. If I go to materials, we know they're here. Food, we haven't started. Workforce. Area. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Maybe we'll see it with the heat. Oh, so maybe this is that one that is not happy. Yeah, it says chilly. Versus somewhat this one. This one says habitable, but this one says chilly for somehow. So let's give it some heat. Not sure why it didn't have heat, but now it has heat, so it's happy. It's happy. Okay, so we have this. Now we're able to construct our food. Yes, we are. So let's go. Food district, as always, gonna take a bit of space. 3 to be precise. So let's put it like this for now. We have no workforce left. We have very little scrap, so we're gonna need to wait for that one to be built, I think. But that's okay. We we're alive. We're alive. So let's continue moving forward. I press 2 to go a bit faster. We're on week 22 already, because right now I don't really have much else to do, given we don't have workforce. So let's give it a second. I see my people are not happy for food. It makes sense. Oh, and what is that? Needs extremely increased by material scarcity, because we don't have materials indeed. So that is probably one of the next one we're gonna want to do. But we need workforce. I'm too low on workforce right now. At least soon we should have access to some food. Okay, we have secured our immediate survival, but we must stockpile as much food as we can before the whiteout forces us to take shelter. Okay, and what is that? Oh, the arrival. The second group of wanderers has arrived, so we must stockpile the food. I provide enough heat and shelters for them. So we need to stockpile. We have 73 weeks. We need to stockpile 80,000. That's gonna be a lot. We have not so much more resources. So the stockpile is over here, food stockpile, and there is an area of effects. the workforce demand in neighboring food district is decreased. So that is great. Basically, if I put it over here, you can see it is minus 10% for the workforce. I think if you put it even closer, it can be even more. The problem is we didn't actually unlock that one, so that's life. Okay, so let's build it over here. Now we want to get, if possible, also I don't have enough of scrap, so we need to get some more scrap as soon as possible, which unfortunately just increases with people right now. But yeah, as soon as I get 50, we're gonna try to get some maintenance, because my people are not happy with that. Come on, increase please. Okay, here it is. We're at 50. So let's do an extraction district over here. Done. And now we have also, by the way, a lot more of scraps. So we're gonna continue and workforce, obviously. So we're going to continue to frost break. I always forget what is the key binding. I want to get here because here you have a seal colony, which is a food plus plus, so it's a better food deposit basically. And on our way we're also finding one there, so that's great. What else? I mean, right now I have no scrap, so we can't really do anything, so let's go continue. Okay, we got a bit more scrap. I don't remember if I can continue here. No, I need to wait for this one to finish before I can go there. So should I go anywhere else? I mean, here there's a lot of food. Here there is potentially some prefab, but we're actually fine on prefab. We're also fine on oil right now, at least. Is there some... And we have some oil there too, by the way. Huh. So I may want to just do a quick one to get there. Okay. Done. So yeah, a couple of construction in progress. We are not starting actually to gather food because right now my output is 35 and the demand is 53. So that's not enough, right? So that's a good thing that we got 2 new food here. And I could actually not make this one because it's 50, it's 60. But I also want to get all the way there. So let's go to that guy first. Yeah, use some of my scraps, but at least, you know, we'll be able to build then next year. This is almost built and this is almost breakthrough, so love it. Let's see when this is built. So now this is built, we can see we are on positive for material surplus, so that's great. Now one problem we have too is our population. This is 62. Should we do the food first? Let's maybe do the food first. So as soon as this is... Actually, no, I don't have enough. We'll see. Yeah, now we have enough and this thing has been built, so let's go. I'm going to build it like this. And maybe I'll put another stockpile here if possible. How much does that cost? 50 and 40 of these resources. Yeah, maybe we will put another stockpile to reduce the workforce demand. But yeah, soon we will want to build more things. What's happening over here? We've been here so many times. The soil is depleted. What? Each year there's more of us and less of the earth. We're running out of fertile soil. We may be able to fill food stockpile without... We might not be, able to fill food stockpile without exceptional measure. Consider asking the wanderers to tighten belts and instill emergency shift. So indeed, you know, obviously we have some of those options which our people are not gonna like, right? So if I look at my wanderers over here, they are right now pretty okay. You know, they're neutral. They're neutral or indifferent. But if I do tightening belts, right, the food demand per capita is decreased, but hunger is increased. So we're gonna do that. Now the trust, I think has probably decreased. We can see the trust, well, it's still not bad. I mean, we still have a neutral one. but what I think creates a lot of, yeah, here, emergency shift. Efficiency is increased, but the trust fall. So if I do this, now my trust here, you can see, right? Trust has decreased. So that is not great. That is not great. We could obviously increase it if we follow what they want us to do. But this way, again, we're going to now be in positive for food surplus. And this is not even, like I haven't even done this second food district. So as soon as I make it, that would be great. But some people are not happy, obviously, right? Okay, so we have now 40. We said we want, what was it, 50 or 60 for this? 50. And probably we should probably do another one first. That way we make a lot of food. Or should we go for... Yeah, maybe we go for housing first before... Oh, we have a problem already. The heat is decreasing. Can I fix that? Which one doesn't have heat? Is it these guys? Oh, they are chilly indeed. They are chilly. Cannot increase. Ah, we don't have enough fuel. So I need more fuel. Okay. So this is typical Frostpunk, you know, there's too many things to do at the same time. Let's start with that. We're gonna go over here. Okay. So that is a second housing district. Then my food here is increasing nicely. So I love this. We have still a lot of workforce actually. So maybe we wait for the workforce. Instead, what we try to do is maybe to extract more oil so that we can increase my heat, right? And then maybe the next one is trying to get more food again. Okay, so let's go. We have 60 weeks remaining. Oh, what's happening over here? People are freezing. Our workers and frost-breaking crews have begun to suffer from exposure to low temperature. They're asking us to provide more heating. Okay, provide. So we have a mission basically here, right? So this is a new mission. We have 34 weeks to do it. We need to reduce the cold to minor cold. And we need to build enough housing. So yes, I think our next... Oh, we can actually probably already do it. Yeah, let's do it right away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it is. So we're gonna try to provide this. And then I think to get to minor cold, we need to get more oil. So we're gonna need more prefab. Oof, we need a bit more of everything. So I thought my prefab was fine, but actually no. We are now in trouble. Maybe we put this a bit higher. So they are never, you know, not happy obviously. But we do what we can. At least my food is slowly but surely increasing. Oh, there is 19 people that die. Not great because they didn't have a house. But look at this, we have at least 2 houses now, and the third will be done soon, hopefully. And I think we have enough to build an extraction district over here. So let's go. Done. We have a mission there too. Oh, we mourn those who have recently passed. As is our custom, we take them to the oil pits. We gently lower their body. The fuel that keeps us warm in life likewise preserves us in death. Okay. Without trust, there is no future. So yeah, every time somebody dies, right, our trust decreases. So right now they tolerate us, which is not great, right? We need to try to keep it higher. Other near the furnace. Yes, I know. But I need more oil before I can give you more. Give me a second. I'm building that. It's happening here. So let's give it a second. Allocate enough heat to achieve livable. Yeah, I know. I'm getting there. 1 second. So we built all 3 housing districts, right? So that's great. But yeah, I need more heat. So let's see as soon as we get these built. What else? We should probably build a food district. But we need 140. Okay, we're almost there. Another event. The harsh condition in the camp take their toll on our people. Okay. So here we can see they don't have enough, you know, to get warm here. That's the problem. And also over here. I'm going to come and give it to you in a second. Give it to, you know, this is being built. But yeah, as I said, as soon as we get to 140, we want to build, which one was it? The food district, right? One more food district over here. And then maybe we try to go for the construction wagon over here. And we have another oil there too, by the way. So let's see. There's just too many things to build at the same time. So which one do we do first? And this mission we have 50 weeks. But 50 weeks I think is gonna come fast. So let's build it here. Okay. So yeah, let's wait for this to be built and then we can give more oil to these people. I don't want to go too crazy with the emergency chefs because I'm worried they're gonna stop hating me. Okay, my oil now is at 70, so I press tab and I can give some heat to those people. Here it is. They are happy and so my trust should have increased. Good. I think there was just these guys that were not getting heat, so let's give them some heat. Okay, good. We are still in positive but not for long, so I will want to build probably another oil deposit as soon as possible, which means 70 of prefab. Okay, and we probably also will want to soon frostbreak more, like over here. Let's go. Oh, I think I missed by one, but I don't know, it's okay. We'll see it in a sec. So yeah, let's go. We said we need, I forgot already, 60, 70. We'll see it when it's built. Okay. That's so far so good. My people are happy-ish. As happy as you can be in this desolated world. Okay, so extraction. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Good. That way we'll get more oil. You don't have. Okay. Let's go. My workforce slowly but surely decreasing, of course. So here. Wait, that's the wrong button. Can I? Oh, yeah, I stopped one short. So let's just do that. Okay. What else? I feel like maybe I'm going to take this one out because we now have 100. That way my people should be happy-ish right now. Food is slowly but surely increasing, but not that fast. So what I'm gonna do is actually we're gonna want first to do this one, and then maybe we go for one more food over here. So let's go. Extraction first. 1, 2, 3. And then break the ice to go all the way over here. Oh, we are out of workforce. That's bad. That's bad. So I guess what I could do is put one here, minus 15%. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Now we're back to pretty much no resource. Emergency on that one. And that way hopefully we start increasing. Yeah, 120. Oh, we're low on materials. Sorry, I missed that one. So materials was over here. This will require the workforce, right? Which one is it here? This is 150 workforce. So yeah, that's a problem. Oh, and you have a problem here. Let's see it after this. Looking at our grandchildren playing, my knees ache and my fingers are so stiff I can't hold the needle anymore. I've lived a full life. It warms my heart to see little Aisling and Cillian play by the evening fire. And maybe this is it. I've talked with the other elders. If it comes to it, we will go. Some people are ready to sacrifice themselves. Okay, that's pretty kind. I don't know how much that will decrease my trust though. Okay, so here we have a problem, which is, you know, this is only 12 weeks left of resource and then it will be empty. The good thing is we're building another one there, but still, that's not great. That's not great. We're also pretty low on workforce. It's not like I can build many new things at this point, to be honest. Unless we place one more stockpile. Where was it? Over here. Oh, I can place multiple, by the way. So we put one on this side. We could put also another one on that side. But here this is better, 15%. So let's do it. This is using my resource, and I guess this is probably also using workforce. Yes, 50 workforce. So wait, is that even worth it then? If it's 15%, yeah, that's not that worth it. Oopsie, but that's okay. That's okay. Then what else? Nothing else. We have some oil, so that's great. This has been built now, so that's good. Who doesn't have heat now? These guys. So let's give you heat. Now everybody has heat. Yes, perfect. Everybody's happy with my heat. Okay, but the material is a problem. And yeah, we're also tightening our belt. Colder temperature. Oh, that's bad. The temperature has decreased, right? So now I have to choose. Do I give my, do I give more oil to the housing? Do I keep giving oil to everybody else? And what's for sure is we should give some to my housing if we can. So let's actually press here, up, and here it is. We're now already at 0. And I think we have basically taken all of the oil of this map, right? We're tapping into all of the oil of this map. I could, I guess, put more emergency shift, but look at this, how it is reducing, right? So we can do it, but it's not a great, idea. So yeah, I've given all of these people enough heat, but everybody else is not very happy. Good thing is we are getting more and more food. Stockpile will be ready in 26 weeks and we have 34. So we should be fine if things continue like this. This is almost finished too. So when this is finished, I can use, that workforce and those resources for something else. Let's give it a second for it to finish. It is. So it's empty, right? So there's no reason to keep it. Let's just demolish, which will give us some resources and also obviously some workforce as soon as it's done. Actually, I have workforce and I have resource. So let's go and build another extraction here. Up. That way we get the materials hopefully in the positive. Now, what else? We have a bit more heat again, if I want to give it to some people, so that, there's less chances of them getting sick and all of this. And yeah, at this point, I think, there's not much else for us to do. So, oh, here it is, right? You can see these guys there were not very happy. They got cold. So that means, right, the output is slightly decreased, right? They can get more disease. That's not great. That's not great. But not much I can do about it at that point. Okay. So yeah, we're on 3 speed now. There is 8 people that are sick because of the cold. Oh, this one of food is also already going down 18 weeks. That's fine. 18 weeks is anyway what we have. We have also some that died and got injured because of the the emergency shift. But this is one of these games, where if you play normal difficulty, getting 0 death in a campaign is pretty much impossible. Don't even try. Okay, but we're almost there. We're almost there for this prologue. At 35,000. Oh, there's an event. The whiteout draws near. People in the camp are getting tense. They worry we won't gather enough food in time. A hunter proposed to slaughter the remaining seal. This will allow us to gather much more food, but will wipe out what could be the last colony of this creature on Earth. However, many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostland rather than be a burden. Their sacrifice would significantly reduce the rations we need. But this will... Oh, this will not even change my, trust. And this one, the last steel colony will be butchered. I don't know. I think I don't really want to kill my elders because I like them. I don't want to be the one that kills the last seal colony. So maybe we just do nothing and see what happens. Because again, I think we'll be fine. We're already at 34,000, 36,000. So yeah, I'm not too worried actually. I think we're good. This is how you survive this prologue. Follow what I've done and you'll be fine. Here it is. Oh, more people have, been sick, but we did it. We secured enough food to survive the incoming whiteout. Our workers will make some last-minute preparation before the storm arrives. Now we wait. Let's see the storm coming in 7 weeks. So yeah, let's accelerate very quickly. We should probably... Sorry. We're gonna... I don't want all of my people to be unhappy, so let's stop some of my emergency shifts. We will keep this one so that we still have enough oil to heat all of this. And actually I could almost also destroy that one. Okay, so less, problem for my resources. Give the oil to somebody else. 1 week and we're gonna be facing, you can see it over here by the way, right at the top, the weather. So the whiteout is here. The preparations are over. See what happens. Are we gonna survive or not? Look at this cold, minus 90. This is crazy. But, ooh, I see, some heat, some fumes. Better than nothing. Against all odds, when the whiteout hit the camp, the wanderers were ready. Everyone was thankful we acted fast and gathered enough food in time. The miracle of the seal colony threatened our hope that our journey will lead to a promised land. Our elders have added this story to our great tales, alongside warning about a sinful city that still pumps smoke into the sky. So I hope they're taking the seal with them, right? Because I didn't not kill them for nothing.